There are very few times where a moment in sports makes you pull over. There's very few times. I can't think of any off the top of my head other than today. I was going home from work, I was driving back to the station, and I had to pull over because of the news about Russell Wilson, who, by the way, the compensation for, 2 firsts, 2 seconds, Noah Fant, I think it was Shelby Harris, and then a 5th-round pick as well, and then obviously the Denver Broncos. They got, Russell Wilson, huge. Also, I believe a 4th-round pick. So we're a little late breaking that, but that's what happened. And it's one of those things where you have to pull over because if you don't, you're going to spit out your coffee. And that's about exactly what happened to me. I was going through listening to Maroon 5. That's right. I love Maroon 5. Lay off. And as I was switching to the next song, I looked down at a stoplight and saw Russell Wilson has been traded to the Broncos. Wild. So for many different reasons. Number one, because we have said it from the beginning. You guys can go back on our Denver Broncos videos or any videos we talk about the AFC West, because I believe this division is not only just wild, because of course it's a wild division, but you have 4 potential playoff teams in one division right now, particularly right now. And I am ready to finally say that I believe this division is the toughest in football, or at least in the conversation. No discussion in my mind. Absolutely not. We can run through the division here. NFC North, I can tell you right off the bat. No. AFC North. NFC North, no, because of my Vikings. Yeah. After that, the Bengals, Steelers, Browns. Okay, so the AFC North looks pretty tough. We've been wrong before. So, yeah, you got the Bengals, Steelers, Browns, Ravens, all that. But that's not why we're here. I'll say this. It is one of the most competitive divisions in the entire NFL, okay? So, why is it wild? Well, obviously you have the Chiefs, who just won a Super Bowl a couple years ago. I've been in the AFC title game the last couple of years as well. You got the Chargers, Justin Herbert, and they got Mike Williams back today, which is a huge re-signing for him. You got the Las Vegas Raiders with Derek Carr, who has, and I will say this until I go down, has never had a top 15 defense in his entire career. If they could just get him some help, watch out. And then finally, the Broncos, who had more weapons than they knew what to do with on offense, and a defense that was respectable. Now, all of a sudden, they got the quarterback to throw in the middle of it all. The AFC West is wild, There is just, from top to bottom. We talk about throughout the NFL, we have seen some teams that just go out and get dudes because they know there's an arms race in the NFL right now. But the AFC West is wild. All these guys, all these teams all have to play each other twice a year. You got 4 franchise quarterbacks. Holy cow. And I think, honestly, I would rather it be like this. I would rather it be like this than say something like the NFC North, where I've seen my Vikings once in a while be able to overtake the Packers. But other than that, for the most part, it's been the Packers, especially over my lifetime. So it's frustrating, but I would much rather have this: 4 franchise quarterbacks, 4 teams that honestly, at any given day, you could just put them all in the playoffs. This is just wild. We were in a position last year where I think all of these teams were in playoff contention late in the season. That's wild. Wild. You look up the dictionary definition of wild in the dictionary. The AFC West is under it because of all these quarterbacks, their teams, their coaches. This is wild. So I think moving forward, to give you guys our ultimate reaction here, we have said it from the beginning. The Denver Broncos needed a quarterback, and they got him. I think now moving forward, this is going to create more of a pull and a push in this division. I'm talking about, obviously, the Chiefs need to figure out some things on defense. The Raiders are in that same category. Obviously, the Chargers, in my mind, still need to do some things along their defensive line, specifically the interior. Listen, this is going to create a huge push and pull in this division, and I'm so excited for it. I think this is easily one of the toughest in football, and there's a lot of reasons to be. And you know what? I'm going to go off on a branch here. We started at the video saying, the AFC North is pretty tough. It is pretty tough, but I feel comfortable saying that the AFC West is the toughest in football. Because listen, you got the Browns, who don't have a franchise quarterback. Every team in the AFC West does. The Ravens have a franchise quarterback. Steelers, kind of up in the air right now. So, no, I don't care. And we can run through the toughest divisions. If that's something you guys would like us to do, fine. But I'm comfortable saying it. The AFC West is the toughest division in the NFL. Started his video not saying it, now he's saying it by the end of it. Because there's just so much going on in this division. There's just such a pull, a struggle to get all that power away. And, this is a lot of fun. And I think this is going to make for a really fun year next year. Come on. I can't even put into words right now how excited I am for this next season, because it's one thing to see your team just lose year in and year out. Like the Vikings, like they get your hopes up and then it's over. Like it's just done. At least these 4 teams, like they're all going to give you hope. Like they're all going to be right there towards the end, or at least they should be on paper. Oh man, I'm just so excited for next year. Oh, this is the off season. I love the off season, but then you get things like this, news like this that breaks, where Russell Wilson is traded to the Denver Broncos, and life is just like, come on, football. Ugh, okay. But let us know what you guys think about the AFC West being wild. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Please leave that like. That's what helps people find us. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, you'll find our link to our iTunes. Give us a listen and sub there. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the AFC West being wild.